Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Keisha Nabila Putri from School of Business and Management in Bandung Institute of Technology. And today I will be presenting my study about how brand value perceptions and the mediating role of brand attachment impacts purchase behavior towards luxury fashion brands in Jakarta. For introduction, a previous literature found that consumers from many generations in Indonesia have regarded the global brand phenomenon as a good thing, where they attempted to elevate their status in society by using the power of the brand. If the brand appears promising and depicts a wealthy lifestyle, they may be influenced by the brand and have access to a high status social circle. The focus of this research is to understand how Indonesians, especially those who live in Jakarta, connect with brands, especially considering the role of brand attachment, particularly where high-end retailers such as Louis Vuitton, Cartier, Hermès, Gucci, Longchamp, and Prada have established their presence in Jakarta. After the explanation before, it will be interesting to investigate the consumer perceptions of the value of luxury goods, brand attachment, and purchase intention, as well as the influence they have on actual purchasing behavior. So after identifying the problem, two research questions are formed. The first one is, what is the relationship between consumers' perception of luxury fashion brands and their purchase intention in Jakarta? And the second one is, what is the role of brand attachment in forming consumers' actual purchase behavior towards luxury brands in Jakarta? And the objective of the study is to investigate how individuals emotionally connect with high-end brands in Jakarta and to explore whether brand attachment, which acts as a mediator in the relationship between individual sentiments and their purchasing decisions. So here are some of the literature review that I found before, and here are the ones that are related to brand value perception, such as luxury fashion perception, functional value perception, personal value perception, and also social value perception. And here are the ones that are related to brand attachment, which will act as a mediator, and also purchase intention and purchase decision. Okay, so based on that literature review, this research focuses on customer perceptions of luxury values, consumer behavior, and the impact of consumer brand attachment. So the conceptual model for this study is shown here. And based on that framework, 5 hypotheses are formed. And the first one are related to brand value perception and purchase intention. With the first hypothesis is perceived personal value significantly influences consumers' purchase intention. The second one is perceived social value significantly influences consumers' purchase intention. And the third one is perceived functional value significantly influences consumers' purchase intention. The next one is related to purchase intention and actual purchase behavior, which form the fourth hypothesis. Purchase intention has a positive impact on consumers' actual purchase of luxury goods. And the last one is related to the mediating role of brand attachment, which form the fifth hypothesis. The consumer's attachment with the luxury brand mediates the relationship between purchase intention and the actual purchase of luxury goods. Okay, so for the methodological approach, the researcher is using the quantitative research because quantitative research methods allow for statistical analysis of survey responses and enabling me as a researcher to identify patterns, correlations, and trends among variables. So the first stage of the methodology would be sampling with the criteria of minimum age of 20, lives in Jakarta, and have experience in purchasing luxury fashion brands. And the second stage would be data collection, where the researcher is using the primary data with a Google form-based online survey. And so it will be in the form of questionnaire on a Likert scale of 1 to 5, where 1 equals strongly disagree and 5 equals strongly agree. And the last stage is data analysis using the SEM approach or the structural evaluation model. And this study will be utilizing the Smart PLS software in the data processing. This study will be using the PLS SEM algorithm provided by the software itself. Okay. So the scope of the study would be 200 respondents from Jakarta that may have different experiences in purchasing luxury brands. Also, the study has some limitations due to the nature of the research questions, and consumer behavior towards fashion luxury brands could have constant changes year by year, since luxury value could also change. Alright. After getting the results from the questionnaire, here are the demographic characteristics that have been collected. So there are 64% female and 36% male, with the 36 to 50-year-olds as the dominating age. Next is occupation, where most of them are government employees, followed by private employees and other occupations. And most of them also have bachelor's degree and master's degree for their educational level. Okay, so here the final stage will be data analysis, and here is the results from measurement model test, where the validity and the reliability of the questions in the questionnaire will be tested. The first one here is reflective measurement, and in this test, the validity will be performed by Cronbach alpha, composite reliability, and AVE values. The threshold for the Cronbach alpha and composite reliability are above 0.7, and for AVE is above 0.7. And as you can see here, that all the values in each category are all above the threshold, which means that the questions are valid and reliable. Next here is still the measurement model test, and this one is discriminant validity. And the generally accepted rule is that the diagonal value should be larger than all values in the same row and column. And as you can see here, the gray area is where the diagonal value is shown. And if the square root of the AVE for a construct is greater than the correlation between that construct and any other construct in the model, then discriminant validity is supported. Okay, finally, we arrive at the result for the structural evaluation model, where we can see whether the hypothesis is accepted or no. And here we have determinant coefficient, where we can see whether the independent variables could explain the dependent variables, with the 0 value cannot explain at all, and 1 could explain significantly. And as you can see here, that the values are between 0 to 1, which means that the independent variables can explain the dependent variables. And also now we can see is the path coefficient, and we can focus on its p-values. If the p-values is below 0.05, then the hypothesis is accepted and the independent variables impacts the dependent variables in the hypothesis itself. And as you can see here, most of the p-values are 0.00. That means that the independent variables significantly impacted the dependent variables. So here are the results from path coefficient with matching it with the hypothesis that I formed before. And the conclusion would be that the personal value with hypothesis 1, the personal value significantly impacts purchase intention. Second one is social value significantly impacted purchase intention. The third one is functional value significantly impacted purchase intention. And the fourth one is purchase intention significantly impact actual purchase behavior. And the last one here, where I put brand attachment as the role of mediator, here proves that brand attachment actually have the role in between purchase intention and actual purchase behavior, and is significant. So based on the results before, we can conclude that brand value perceptions exhibit a significant impact on consumers' purchase intention in Indonesia, specifically Jakarta. And the positive correlation between consumers' perception of luxury fashion brands and their purchase intention underscores the crucial role brand value plays in influencing consumer decisions. For brand attachment itself, brand attachment not only mediates the relationship between brand value perceptions and purchase intention in Jakarta, but also exerts a positive and significant impact on consumers' actual purchase behavior. So this finding highlights the transformative effect of brand attachment, indicating that the emotional bond formed with luxury brands translate into tangible actions, ultimately driving consumers to make purchases. So for recommendations and implications, here luxury fashion brands should prioritize building and communicating strong brand values to enhance consumers' perception and consequently stimulate purchase intention. Also, by recognizing the mediating role of brand attachment, the findings underscores the importance of aligning marketing efforts not only with creating a positive perception, but also with cultivating a strong emotional bond, as this is instrumental in influencing both purchase intention and actual purchase behavior. Here are the references that I use for the study. And here I attach the questionnaire questions that are given in the form and also the references for each of the questions. Thank you for listening. I'll be closing the presentation.